Now, COVID-19, not only of COVID-19, before COVID-19 too, and after the lockdown, they become more anxious, anxiety, what's going to be in the future, what will happen to my business, what will happen to my profession, and all these things. So, first of all, if we try to think more about the impermanence and the accept the reality, right? And the best thing is rather than thinking what will happen. So right from the very beginning, rather than thinking about the result, if we give more importance on the present, how to build, right? And by going through preparation for the next and how to build, like, and giving importance on it and working on it, then in the end, in the future, if the result produce as you have expected, well and good. If the result don't expect the like don't come out as you have expected, at least we won't have a regret, right? Why? Because we have tried our best, right? Without doing anything and having anxiety along with the deers and the squirrels, you also get spiders and ants. So I have to do like so yes. So like if we didn't prepare anything, what's going to happen? Then if we just make like if we worry, then it's not going to help. And at last, in the end, it will produce a result that you haven't expected, right? So and we regret, right? So right from the very beginning, before the water comes, we need to protect our house by building a walls like this. And we knows that the water is going to come. And if we keep on saying water will come, and if we don't block made a wall, eventually water will come, right? So at least like if you just put the wall, and if the water comes and if it breaks down, and at least one won't have a regret, right? Oh, I've done everything in my hand. Then it's like still it came, so I don't have regret. So if you don't do anything, then we will regret. Oh, I should have like make a wall like that, like the same way. Oh, okay, spider. So like the same way, right from the very beginning, not thinking about the result. If we keep on working on the present, then whatever the result comes, and if we are religious minded, thinking, oh, it's a God's will, right? Trying my patience, and if we believe in the karma, welcome to the Karma Cafe. We don't have any menu. You will serve what you deserve. If we don't believe in the karma as well as in the God, and we have to think, oh, it's a Murphy's law. If something has to go wrong, we'll go wrong. But it's not an end. I can still rise from the ashes, right? So the most important thing is not to have too much expectation, not to think too much about the result, live in the present moment, focus it, and try to build for the future. If we are kind of know, if we can foresee the future, then it will be so wonderful. Hand, right? So the thing is, the hope, we live on the hope. The most important is we shouldn't let down and let's die over hope. So on the basis of hope, we survive, right? So on the basis of hope, we keep on like going on for the future. We keep on walking it. And if we just give up the hope and we won't have too much anxiety, then it will be a full stop, right? If we have a hope, then it will be a comma, 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 right? So in the Bible, what do they say is rise again and again till you become a line from a lamp, right? So in the Tibetan, what do we say? 9 time failure, 9 time effort. So what do we think is oh, if I do this, this will happen. If I do this, this will happen. If we see the future, like foresee the future, then no one will do regret, right? We know the consequences, right? But we doesn't know what would the result will be, right? So it's kind of like during the exam time. So some students they study only the main points, and some student they doesn't study the main point, they study the whole chapter. Some student they just pick up the few questions, mm, some even the unimportant questions. So during the exam time, you never know what kind of question it comes, right? If you see the fourth, like what the questions will come, then if we prepare everything, one will be so happy. So the life itself, it's a gambling, right? Oh, everything is impermanent, everywhere there's a danger. Then if we don't try it, we won't reach there, right? So by praying and also executing, then we'll reach to the other shore. So we doesn't know what's the future will be, but still we have to keep on going, right? Que sera, sera. What will be.
But what is the difference between hope and expectation? Because to me, it's very similar. You hope
Yeah,
for an outcome, you expect
yes,
an.
yes. But with the hope, it's more of like it's a kind of like a positive, right? It looks similar, but expectation, you expect something in result, right? So hope is more of like positive, right? As for the expectation, when it doesn't, like the result don't come out as you have expected, then we feel anger, we feel frustration, then we give up very easily, right? If the hope is high, even if the result don't turn out as you have expected, still you won't give up easily. When you have a high expectation, then you give up very easily, right? Let's say the people when they go for the AGT and BGT, Britain Got Talent, American Got Talent. Does the South Africa has a South African Got Talent? Mm-hmm. So some people who has got like lots of expectation, right, and lots of hope, and when the aim and hope and the expectation goes together, then they say it's like, oh, I've been singing for my whole life from my childhood. Then when you are on the stage, okay, Sarah, Sarah, like that. Then, oh my goodness, what a voice do you have? Like, and all of a sudden, what did they say? Who the hell are you to judge to me? Huh? I know much more better. You don't know what the song is, what the singing is, what the tone is. Then you just leave the stage with the frustration and anger. Why? Because you have a high expectation. And the people with the low expectation, with the aim high, hope high, what do they say? I'm sorry, Simon, and I couldn't sing properly, but next time I will come again and I will prove you that I will come with a better voice. So it's always a positive, right? If I'm a patient, so hoping to survive, hoping to live, right? So one author, during the this one, the Nazi, the period during the that one Holocaust, one prisoner he survived, thinking that hope that he one day he will see his families, right? And he was able to survive. And rest of the other prisoners, they lost their hope. Now there is no hope. That's the I will die and I won't see the families. They all die, and he's the only one survivor. And he was asked like what happened and how you were able to survive. I was hoping that one day my I can see my friends, I can see my family. So because of hope, it lets you to live and survive, right? So as a patient too, if the patient, even though he or she is not the taken care by the best doctors or like not getting the best medicine, but still he will survive. The person, though he's attended by the best doctors and getting the best medicine, if he loses hope, he will die. The hope plays a very important role to survive. So it's more of like in the modern psychology, the placebo effect. It's very much true. In the West, they give too much importance on gross domestic product.
Yeah.
Even if you have like the 9 out of 10, still you are not satisfied. Why? Because I want to be the best, and what will others will think if I don't have all out of 10. So, but in the East, it's more of like not gross domestic product, but it's more of like gross domestic happiness, right? Even if you have like two, oh, I'm good. That someone doesn't have even a one. At least I have two, right? Not competing with the others. Oh, they have 10. I don't have, I have only two. And not making you worry. So the happiness, it means, happiness doesn't mean like what you have. Happiness means how do you use it, right? And how do you appreciate it? So like the king maintaining, king, what's his, Metis, who keeps on touching to the everything and turns into gold, right? So if you like, even if you're a millionaire and billionaire, but still like the people, what they think is if you get all this money and if you get all this fame and status, you will become the happiest person. Recently, 2 days back, one Indian actor who has got like the reached to his top career, right? He has the money, he has the fame, he's just a 34, but he still commits suicide. Now everyone is talking about the depression, right? He has got his name, he has got his money, but still, why he has committed suicide? Now, the main thing is like, oh, even if you have the money, even if you have the power, even if the fame, still you are not happy. Why? We think that, oh, if you get all these things, now you will be the happiest. Once you reach on the top, but still you are not happy. Why? Like that. So in the so now these days the youngsters, they keeps on thinking, if I have this, if I have that, I'll be the happiest. Oh, do you know what, I've got like 1,500 friends in Facebook, but if we just go and introspect, do do I really have a genuine friend? Not a single person, right? So we give more importance on the outside, not the inside. When we don't have anything, we keep on working like a slave for the money, for the fame, for the power. And when you have all these things, then you suffer. Then we become let's say, a victim of all these things, right? And you are not able to enjoy anything, right? So you walk, and you are the kind of like slave, and it looks like you are making for the others to enjoy it. So that's why what do we do? Kindness to others, right? We should show kindness to others as well as we should show kindness to oneself, right? So this coronavirus is very kindful. Why? It has helped us to heal our body. So we should show also a kindness to oneself. Take out a time, relax, enjoy, and give a treat, like going for a holiday, going outside a restaurant, and enjoy a time with the others by shutting down all the office walks, right? And giving a time to the families, right? So we should show also a kindness to oneself. So it doesn't mean that the people who hate themselves, it doesn't have any kindness, since they have their own sort of like self-centered, self-cherishment, and they work for it. And when the result don't turn out as we have expected, then we hate ourselves, right? So hating ourselves, It shows that in a deep that we love ourselves. Now it's something that we should accept the what? Impermanence and the reality. And if we just let it go and use it as a positive way, oh, I have wrong by doing this, I have gone in wrong in that way. So I will make sure I won't do it again in this one. I will try for the other one. Then it will give us a sense of joy and happiness. So in the West, it's more of like keep on working, working, working. And I understand that time is money. In New York, what do they say? Time is money. Uh, if you keep on sleeping, then no one will pay you a rent. No one will feed you. But in the East, people will come and, oh, you haven't, like, I haven't seen you. So they just come and knock on your door, right? So that's the speciality in the East. They care of, like, we value the social values and the family values like that. But in the East, in the West, this is the private property. Trespassers are not allowed. So what do they say is like in the West, you even don't know whether your neighbors got married or not. But in India, you know that the neighbors, they are brushing their teeth. So if a West guy is in India, like they have to call every morning 911. Oh, he's not letting me to sleep. So everyone over here in the West, it's more of like individualism, right? Not sense of like others' well-being, others' happiness. But in the is oh, there's a marriage. Oh, there's a marriage in the over town. Like let's go and help, and everybody comes and eat together. And at the time of death, oh, there's a death in that family, and all the villagers comes together. So it's more of like a social animal, right? Then we also being a human being, we have to be social, right? But now in the cities like in Delhi, Mumbai, they are becoming more like a West, corporate and competition and more suicide case every year and more frustration, more depression, everything. So if you look very carefully, right, the people who are living in the city and people who are living in the village, let's say wherever you go, whether in America, whether in Africa or like Australia, people who lives in the village, they are much more happier. Mm. Walk together, eat together, play together. It's more of like, so very survival existence of yourself depends on the others, right? The happiness and affection. So whether we want to be like at the time of at the time of death, whether we want to be surrounded by diamonds or like iPhone 10 or like Alexa or like all these things, or a real human being, right? We give too much importance on this wealth, but at the time of death, we can't carry even a single piece. So the we lack the human values and too much thinking of individualism. So in the beginning too, when I was up till to the high school and till to the college, yes, to the college, yeah, maybe to the college, I was very much conservative, the and too much cautious about oneself. Like I never used to talk as long as it's very very necessary, right? Then after listening to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, that we should all think, or first fundamental idea should be we all a same human being, no matter who we are. We have like oneness of the same emotional. Then again, then after studying the Madhyamika, it helped me a lot that it's just a mental projection, right? Mental projection. it's your own creation of your mind. So like then I try to see everyone like as a human. And the now in here in the West, like in the college campus, when I walk around, when I see a people, I say hello, hello, like that. And then you say hello, then we talk. And over here in the campus, in the way we have a dining hall, the some of the students, despite there are like thousands of students, like or like few hundreds of students eating in the dining hall, sometime on one table you will see only one student having like 5 6 chairs, like only one student. Then in the this one, what do you call it? In one of the psychology classes, I came a term called ostracize. Ostracize. So then what I do is like when I come to the dining hall, I just try to see if anyone is staying single. Then I say, hello, do you mind if I sit over here? And say, no, no, no. Then all of a sudden, first they have a glow in their face. Oh, please, 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 like that. Then I used to ask, like, do you mind? What's your name? And my name is this and this. Then they started asking, what's your name? Oh, my name is Geshe Damchoe, and I'm visiting professor over here, like that. Then do you mind what's your major is? Then, oh, I'm doing science. Oh, wow, the science does this and that. Oh, psychology. Oh, then interact. Right. So, yes, I always try to tell them, like, consider the others as a same human being, right? And a few days back, I was thinking, like, oh no, like now these days, the people, they consider your family and your friends as a human being, and rest of the others are like a commodity, not thinking others as the human beings, but thinking as a means to way of making a money. So it's very sad, isn't it? So if we think everyone in India, what do they say is Aditi Devo Bhava. Aditi Devo Bhava means the guest is a god. Guest is a god. So the but the now it's changing. Guest is not a god. Guest is a means to way of minting a machine of a money. So as long as he gives the money, yeah, you serve it. As once he stop giving the money, don't serve it. It's very strange. So over here, I always used to say hello, hello, hello.
Okay, so you have to start speaking to people, making friends,
Of course,
and then you
of
can make a
course,
difference.
of
That's
course.
hard because I usually try not to speak to too many people that I don't know. I find it uncomfortable. So that is something I could work on then.
Yes. So what you can say is hello, how's the day? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So as for me too, like on the first day, like you become a little bit, oh, why he's asking me? Or why she's asking me like that. But so when I go around, like in the beginning, you say hello like that. They don't give response. Then on the second day, third day, when you see all the time and say, hello, how are you? Then they give you a response.
Yeah.
Right. So if we give value to and love and compassion to the human beings, they will give you a response. But now, rather than giving too much importance on the humans, we give too much love and affection to the over gadgets and over jewels, right? And the jewels, diamonds, gold, they won't understand anything. Even if you scold them, even if you give love, they won't understand anything. Even the Alexa, they won't understand anything, right? But as for the human, they understand. The most thing is fear, the fear. We should let that fear to come out. oh, if I ask this, if I say hello, what will they say? What will they think? So from my motivation, simple and pure and clean, so you don't have to feel regret, right? And what the others will think. It's most of us, it's because of the fear. It don't let us to come up front